Ever found yourself pondering about when the ice ages were and why they are named so? Well, let's dive into this icy subject and unravel the mystery. The term ice ages might conjure images of massive, towering glaciers and woolly mammoths trudging through the snow, and you wouldn't be wrong. But there's so much more to these fascinating periods of Earth's history. The ice ages refer to a series of time periods in our planet's past where the global climate dramatically cooled. This wasn't a solitary, prolonged winter, but rather a series of oscillations between cold and warm epochs stretching across eons. The timeline of these ice ages is staggering, beginning around 2.4 million years ago and lasting until roughly 11,500 years ago. That's a whole lot of winters. During these periods, the Earth's climate would swing like a pendulum, alternating between extremely cold periods, referred to as glacial periods, and warmer interludes known as interglacial periods. Picture, if you will, a world where immense glaciers advanced over the continents during the glacial periods, creating a frosty panorama that would make even the hardiest of penguins shiver. Then, as if Mother Nature flipped a switch, these glacial periods would give way to warmer interglacial periods. The vast glaciers would retreat, melting away under the sun's rays. These were periods of respite, where life could flourish again before the next icy onslaught. This climatic dance between the cold and warm was a defining characteristic of the ice ages. The world was in a constant state of change, transforming from a frozen wasteland to a warmer, more hospitable place, and back again. But you might be wondering, why exactly do we call these periods ice ages? Well, that's a great question, and the answer lies in the dramatic climatic changes I've just described. With each switch, the world transformed, covered in glaciers during the cold, and melting away during the warm. But why do we call these periods ice ages? Let's explore that in our next scene. To understand the ice ages, we must first delve into their timeline. The saga begins roughly 2.4 million years ago, marking the onset of the Pleistocene epoch. This period saw the rise of the first major ice age, a time when colossal glaciers blanketed the globe, transforming landscapes and shaping the world as we know it today. As we move along the timeline, we witness a series of chilling episodes. Ice ages are not a singular, continuous freeze. Instead, they consist of colder glacial periods and warmer interglacial periods. The ebb and flow of these icy eras are akin to a planet-sized freeze-thaw cycle. The Pleistocene epoch, lasting until about 11,700 years ago, was a time of dramatic climatic shifts. This era was punctuated by 20 or so major glaciations, each lasting about 100,000 years, interspersed with warmer interglacial periods of similar length. These icy epochs had a profound impact on our planet's geography. They sculpted mountains, carved valleys, and rerouted rivers, leaving behind a legacy of breathtaking natural wonders. But it wasn't just the landscape that changed. These icy periods dramatically influenced the evolution and distribution of life on Earth, driving some species to extinction while giving rise to others. The last ice age, known as the Younger Dryas, ended roughly 11,500 years ago. This marked the beginning of the Holocene epoch, the relatively warm period we're currently living in. But don't get too comfortable. Based on past patterns, scientists predict we're due for another ice age in the future. These dramatic climatic shifts left a lasting impact on our planet, but the question remains, why are these periods known as the ice ages? So, why the term ice ages? It's quite a chilling name, isn't it? Let's delve into the origins of this term and how it came to be synonymous with a period in history that was, quite literally, frozen in time. The term Ice Age was coined in the mid-19th century by a Swiss-American geologist named Louis Agassiz. He was the first to propose the theory that the Earth had once been largely covered in ice and snow. This theory was based on his observations of the landscape in his native Switzerland, where he noticed large boulders and striations in the rocks that were out of place. He theorized that these anomalies were the result of massive glaciers that had once covered the land. Agassiz's ideas were met with skepticism initially, but as more evidence was unearthed, the scientific community began to accept the idea of an ice age. The term itself is a reflection of the dominant climatic conditions during these periods. The world was largely covered in ice and snow, with glaciers extending far beyond their present-day locations. It's interesting to note that the term ice ages is plural. This is because there were several distinct periods of extreme cold, separated by warmer interglacial periods. These cycles of freezing and thawing, of glacier advance and retreat, are what define the ice ages. So, the name ice ages is not just a catchy term, It is a scientific descriptor that paints a vivid picture of a world encased in ice, where mammoths roamed and early humans struggled for survival. It speaks of a time when the Earth's climate was dramatically different from what it is today. A time of extremes, of monumental glaciers and vast ice sheets, of a world in the grip of relentless cold. The term Ice Ages serves as a stark reminder of the Earth's past, and perhaps a warning of potential future climate scenarios. So, Ice Ages is a term that encapsulates the frigid conditions that prevailed during these periods. But how did these Ice Ages affect life on Earth? Ice Ages were not just about a colder climate, they significantly influenced life on Earth. These long, frosty epochs were catalysts for an evolutionary shuffle, driving the adaptation, migration, and even extinction of numerous species. Let's start with the biodiversity of Earth. The Ice Ages were a real game-changer. As temperatures plummeted and large parts of the world were encased in ice, many species had to adapt or risk extinction. The woolly mammoth, for instance, grew thick fur and developed a layer of fat to survive the harsh winters. Meanwhile, some species, like certain types of camels and horses, migrated to warmer regions to continue their lineage. But not all species were so fortunate. The severe conditions of the Ice Ages led to the extinction of several species unable to adapt or migrate. Saber-toothed cats, giant ground sloths, and woolly rhinos are just a few examples of the creatures that vanished from the face of the Earth during these icy epochs. But what about our own kind? Well, humans are a testament to the power of adaptability. The Ice Ages were a time of significant evolution for us. We developed new tools and hunting strategies to cope with the challenging conditions. We learned to sew warm clothing from animal skins, build sturdy shelters, and harness fire for warmth and cooking. These adaptations not only helped us survive but also set the foundation for human civilization as we know it. Moreover, the end of the Ice Ages brought about a shift in human lifestyle. As the Earth warmed up, humans transitioned from nomadic hunting and gathering to settled farming, marking the beginning of agriculture. This shift laid the groundwork for societies, cultures, and civilizations to flourish. The Ice Ages, therefore, were not just periods of intense cold, they were transformative periods that shaped the course of life on Earth. From the evolution of woolly mammoths to the dawn of human civilization, the Ice Ages have left an indelible mark on the tapestry of life. So the next time you feel a chill in the air, remember it's not just about the cold, it's a testament to the enduring power of life to adapt and evolve. Let's wrap up our icy journey through time. So, we've explored a timeline that extends over 2.4 million years, from the onset of the Ice Ages to their end about 11,500 years ago. It's a timeline marked by cycles of intense cold, when towering glaciers covered vast expanses of the world, alternating with periods of warmth that saw these icy behemoths retreat and melt away. The name Ice Ages sounds straightforward, right? But it's more than just a label for a cold era. It refers to periods of extensive glaciation, interspersed with interglacial phases of comparative warmth. The term Ice Age is a testament to the dominant role that ice played in shaping our world during these epochs, and what a profound impact these periods had. The Ice Ages were not merely about the rise and fall of massive glaciers. Their effects rippled through every aspect of life on Earth. The relentless advance and retreat of ice altered landscapes, carving valleys and shaping mountains. They also sparked migrations of plants and animals, pushing species to adapt, evolve, or face extinction. These periods of extreme cold even played a crucial role in the story of human evolution. Our ancestors had to adapt to survive the harsh conditions, and in the process, they developed new tools, clothing, and survival strategies. Indeed, the Ice Ages left an indelible mark on the Earth, and their legacy is still visible today. From the Great Lakes in North America to the stunning fjords of Norway, we see reminders of these icy epochs in the landscapes around us. In conclusion, the Ice Ages were periods of intense cold that drastically reshaped our planet. They influenced the course of life on Earth, driving evolution and adaptation. And their impact extends to our modern world, from the landscapes we admire to the evolutionary traits we carry. So the next time you feel a chill in the air, remember the Ice Ages, periods that froze the Earth and shaped life as we know it.